Hey guys, I'm Zachary Gray, and today we're going to be searching around this pond, seeing any animals that we can find for you today. These ponds are filled with life, filled with vegetation and animals. Amphibians, reptiles, even mammals come up to these ponds all the time. So we're going to find some awesome animals for you guys today. Let's go. Lots of little animals like to hang right around the edge of ponds or in the grass. So using a scoop net is a great way to catch small animals. Something in there. Oh, there we go. Come here, little buddy. Check that out. Look at that little frog. This is actually a little bronze frog. Check him out. And check that out. That's such a cute little frog. Now these little bronze frogs are also called banjo frogs because at night they make this kind of sound that people say sounds like a broken banjo. It's kind of funny. Look at that brownish bronze top. That's where they get their name, bronze frog. And they've got webbed feet. Little webbed feet, if you can see right there. And they can actually be diurnal and nocturnal, which means that they can be out in the day or at night, which is something interesting. Most frogs, especially true frogs, which is what he is, are all nocturnal. Like bullfrogs and leopard frogs prefer to come out at night. But these guys can actually come out in the day or night, which is pretty cool. Check that out. That's so amazing. Now they pretty much can eat anything that can fit in their mouth. And their body is pretty much all stomach. So what they'll do is they'll take their front feet, and if they're trying to get something in their mouth, they just stuff it. They stuff it with these two strong front feet straight down their mouth. Gulp it down alive. That's so cool. We're going to put this little guy back. Awesome frog. We're going to see him jump, actually. That's what I want to show you guys. This is jump. Oh yeah, look at that. Snapping turtle. Whoa. Got it. Yes. All right. Check that thing out. Beautiful turtle. That is a common snapping turtle. Look at you. Man, this thing is healthy. Look at that. That is a big turtle. Look at that. That's amazing. Now, this is one of the biggest predators out here. Amazing turtle, and look at that. That's why it's called a snapping turtle. And these things will snap very violently if you get too close to them. I'm keeping my distance from that head by keeping my right hand on her tail and my left hand on her belly to support her weight. Now these guys mostly eat fish, but they'll eat anything they come across. Smaller turtles, snakes, anything that they can get a hold of. That's amazing. Such a big, big turtle. Probably one of the biggest things out here, if not for an alligator snapping turtle. There's two kinds of snapping turtles that live here, and you would have the alligator snapping turtle and the common snapping turtle. This would be a common snapping turtle, and an easy way to tell is the shell. The shell is much smoother on a common snapping turtle than you would see on an alligator snapping turtle. Now there's a lot of myths with common snapping turtles saying that they can't bite you underwater, or there's certain situations where they won't bite you. But that's not true at all. These guys hunt underwater and they eat underwater, and that means that they do bite underwater. So if you see one, don't think, oh well, it's not going to bite me underwater. These guys can take a chunk out of you, a triangle shaped chunk. See that mouth? See that beak? He will take a chunk out of you. And I always stress safety with these little guys. I'm watching his head, and I have to keep my hands back away from his head, and my hands are both in a position where actually he can't even really claw me good, which is really great about holding a snapping turtle like this. Holding them by their back feet, you'll oftentimes get clawed, but holding them like this is safe for you and the turtle. Absolutely amazing. And he's really, really healthy. Got to keep him away from my head. Really fat and healthy. A lot of the ones you'll find are very skinny because it's still springtime right now, actually late winter, and they haven't gotten a feed in a while. They haven't eaten in a while, and you can see she's a little bit sunken in, but she's actually very healthy coming out of this winter. You can see her tail. Her tail is really fat and healthy. So this turtle's doing great. Definitely getting active right now, and that's really amazing to see. Wow, that is amazing. Come on, baby. Look at that. Whew. Awesome. After catching that big snapping turtle, I decided to go back to using the net and seeing what I could find on the other side of the pond. Alright. Get this out. Look through it. Oh, check that out. Look. It's so tiny. Now guys, that may just look like a rock, but this is a little turtle. Now that is a little mud turtle, and this kind is often called a stink pot. Look at that little guy. He is so cute. Wow, check that out. That is the tiniest little turtle I've ever seen. Baby mud turtles are probably some of the smallest turtles I've ever seen. Can you even see that? How tiny it is? Look at that. Now I'm gonna get him to bring, ooh, look at that. I want him to bring his head out a little bit more. I don't want to tease him too much, but I do want to bring his head out. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's gonna get me. You're gonna get me, aren't you? Look at him. Oh. Now you can see he's got two little stripes on his face. And this species of mud turtles have that. And they have a very dome-like shell. They have a very rounded shell. Kind of looks like a box turtle or a snapping turtle. Now oftentimes these guys do get confused with snapping turtles because of their shell and their sharp beak, and they have a little bit of aggression with them. Look at that. Now these guys are called stink pots or musk turtles often because they secrete a smell, a musk, and it's really stinky. And oftentimes that will deter smaller predators from wanting to eat them. Oh, you tried to bite me. You tried to bite me. Man, he is so tiny and so little. That's crazy. Now these guys will actually be omnivorous as they get older. Right now he's going to be a bit more of a carnivore as a little baby, but as they get older they're actually going to eat a lot more vegetation in their diet. I want his neck to come out. They have a super long neck. Even compared to some other turtles, their neck's probably just as long as, say, a snapping turtle or a soft-shell turtle. Alright. We're going to put this little guy back. But wow, that is the smallest turtle I've ever seen. He looks like a pebble. Come on. Oop. He's going to stay tucked in his shell, and then he's going to take off. Awesome. Wait. Something in the net right here. Let me get it out. Whoa! It's a newt. Check that out. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's a little eastern newt. Oh, check that out. He's so cute. Wow. Man, he was so hard to find. Look at that. That is awesome. Now they eat such tiny things. They eat little things like water lice and little water bugs, but they'll also eat little baby minnows and little baby tadpoles as well. You can see those little front feet. Now what's interesting about these guys is their 3 stages of life. When they're born, they hatch out of the egg, they actually have gills, gill frills. You can actually see the external gills on them when they're born. And they filter out the oxygen in the water and they breathe it. And then they go through a second stage called a red eft. Now this is the time that people will encounter these. They'll actually come up on land, and their orangish red color is why it's called a red eft. And after they become a red eft, they spend a lot of time on land. But after that, they are completely aquatic. They stay in the water their entire life, and they actually still do breathe air. Now that bright yellow belly is really, really pretty, but normally you can't even see it. It took me a while to find it because their top is green. But if anything did get close enough to see that yellow belly, they may rethink biting it, because that is a warning. Many poisonous animals are actually brightly colored. Not all, but some are brightly colored to give a warning that, hey, I'm poisonous and I can hurt you if you eat me. Something may be able to just have a stomach ache, or they might actually die from eating this little salamander. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy, definitely leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Hey buddy, back in the water.